So Batman Arkham City is the sequel to Batman Arkham Asylum and is widely regarded as the best of the Batman Arkham games. Personally, I don't feel this way, as a different one is my favorite, but I can for sure see why it is so loved, and I also really like this game. It starts off with Bruce Wayne being thrown into Arkham City. Now, what is Arkham City? It's a small section of abandoned city that has been turned into a prison to house dangerous inmates. And this is absolutely wild and an awful idea. Who the fuck turns a town into a prison with no way out and expects things to work out? Well, things are already going bad because there are people in who aren't supposed to be, including Bruce Wayne. We also got plenty of villains in here who immediately make a name for themselves in here. Like a pod boss, but like on a far bigger scale, such as the Penguin. Now you don't just play as Batman, you also play as Catwoman, and the story cuts back and forth between them. And while Catwoman is played by Grey Griffin, and I do love her work, I just hate the writing of Catwoman in this. She can't say anything without making cat puns or trying way too hard to be sexy. And she does this even when no one else is around. And obviously you got the Joker and Harley here too. Which Ace Chemicals is also in Arkham City. Why not put the Joker there? What could possibly go wrong? Now, stealth-wise, you got a few new tricks, and also, the color scheme went from blue and red when you're in detective mode to blue and orange. I'm not sure why the change, or the change in the layout of where the gadgets are on the D-pad, but it still feels good, and it's still that same stealth we know. Where it really feels upgraded most is combat, and I know that's crazy because the combat was good in Asylum, but see, now you got knives that you can counter after dodging, and if they drop a knife then someone can pick it up. You got guys with shields, and you can catch and throw shit back at people. And most importantly, multiple men can attack you at once, making you have to counter multiple people rather than just one person attacks at a time. Which honestly adds a lot to which was already good combat. A complaint for me though is I think Asylum sounds much more meatier and more brutal in its combat sound effects. Not that City is bad, but it just doesn't hit as hard or as often as Asylum in terms of sound design. I don't hear those bones crunching as much, and I also just like the Asylum moves better.
You're gonna bleed back.
Now Catwoman plays the same, but weaker, both in health and her hits, but I really like this and it makes sense. Her moveset is also very flippy and bouncy, and she has her own gadgets to use like her signature whip. She also traverses differently and has to do stealth differently, as she doesn't have all the shit Batman has. And again, I really like this. Adding other characters in Arkham games, none should feel this powerful as Batman, and they did a great job nerfing her while not making her feel weak. Now, her story is kind of separate-ish from Batman's, but sometimes ties in. See, in her story, she has an apartment in Arkham City somehow, and she wants to get money to leave, so she's trying to steal from Two-Face, who is also in Arkham City. And also, she fights Poison Ivy, who is also here. Did no one learn from Asylum? You shouldn't put all these villains together. to be allowed to roam free because bad shit can happen. Now about the Joker. He's the main villain again, and he's sick and dying because of what Titan did to him. His blood is now poison to him, so he manages to get it into Batman to force him to find a cure. And that turns out to be kind of complicated and involves us bashing in a bunch of heads. And that's kind of the other main plot. So there's two plots. Joker and Batman are poisoned, find an antidote, and Arkham City sucks and something called Protocol 10 is about to happen, but nobody knows what it is.
Protocol 10? Never heard of it.
Now Penguin has taken control of a museum and happens to have Mr. Freeze captured. He also has Freeze's gun, which I guess means we can't take him head on and have to find a way to disable it, even though we were able to take on other people with guns or disable theirs. We can't do that with his Freeze gun. I guess the second you stop using bullets and start using ice chunks, Batman's like, oh, I don't know what to do about this. You know what? I haven't complimented the game's visual style, but it looks great. It fits into the series, it looks dark, it looks unclean, and there's now more body types with the henchmen, making it feel even more believable. Back to Penguin, he somehow not only got military-grade equipment in this jail, but also made an iceberg lounge in the museum. And somehow got a whole-ass motherfucking shark in here that we need to deal with. And what the hell is up with Batman fighting sharks? You ever see that awful Adam West Batman movie where he sprays the shark with shark repellent spray? This unfortunately reminded me of that. Anyway, Mr. Freeze tells us how to disable the freeze gun. So we deal with Penguin, which was just a punch. And before you complain that that's a bad boss fight, that wasn't really the boss fight. It's Solomon Grundy. He's fucking here as well. How much fucking commissary do you think he's got to trade to get fucking Solomon Grundy in here with him? So we fight Solomon Grundy, and what is a mediocre fight, and then we hurt Penguin again. But despite how Batman is about killing, he's even a hypocrite about people hurting others even if they fucking deserve it.
Mr.
Enough. Freeze. Enough.
Of course.
So now Mr. Freeze is like, thanks, I'll help figure out an antidote. All we need is Ra's al Ghul's blood. And we got lucky here, because Ra's al Ghul's actually in this fucking city. And we use ninjas to track him down. And let's get something else straight. Batman is a dick. He's an asshole, but I like it. It's good writing, and I can't stand him half the time, but it's still good. Like, for example, when Robin comes to help.
You only continue to live because the great Ra's al Ghul allows it. Call him off.
I can take her.
Stand down. I didn't need your help.
Really? That's not what it looked like from where I was standing.
I had it under control. Why did Alfred send you?
He was worried about you. If you need me, you know where I am.
I know. Now go.
He could have took 2 seconds after they were gone to explain he put a tracker on them. 2 seconds to say thank you. Literally 4 seconds of time to be nicer. That's less time than it takes to dangle a man off a rooftop and ask about a Riddler puzzle of what air vent is the little green fucking trophy in. But again, this is fine. I like this, Batman being a dick. What I hate is Batman's no-kill rule. Hell, even if it's a try not to kill rule, I'd actually be happy with that. That works for me. But his insistence not to kill makes me so annoyed to the point it affects me and how much I like this game. And I'll get to that soon. Following the ninjas led to what is the most interesting thing in this game for me, Wonder City. See, Wonder City is an underground city because New Gotham was built over top of Old Gotham, kind of like Mournhold from Elder Scrolls Morrowind. Now, Wonder City was bought and paid for by Ra's al Ghul, where he used slave labor to build it and build these elaborate robotic creations that were way ahead of their time for the 1800s. His robots and Wonder City were meant to help stop crime within Gotham, but it actually made it fucking worse, and Wonder City was shut down and forgotten until now, which I guess makes sense why Ra's al Ghul is here, and also explains Solomon Grundy being here as Ra's was experimenting on him for the Lazarus Pit. It also makes you question the League of Shadows and if their plan could ever actually be good or if it will lead to more chaos. On top of that, the retro-futuristic vibes kind of give me Bioshock feelings. Sadly, this isn't explored that much and Batman is just here to get some blood from Ra's, but first, he needs a key.
It looks like a sword fits here.
Unfortunately, Batman is not feeling good at all, and my controller happened to die at such a good moment.
I'm not going to sugarcoat it. At this rate, I'd say minutes. Seriously, Bruce, you need to tell me what you want me to do. What do I get Robin to do? You know, if you don't...
I'll make it.
Anyway, so Talia is like, hey, you look bad. A dip in the Lazarus Pit could fix that. But if you want to do that, you gotta take a test. If you pass the test, and you will, because you're Batman, you get infinite life through the Lazarus Pit and will be cured of your illness. You'll get to date Talia al Ghul, which is never a bad thing. You will get an army of ninjas under your command to help you fight against evil. And you will get a fucking underground base with tons of secrets and even more wealth than you already have. All you gotta do is pass this test and kill Ra's al Ghul, who isn't even gonna put up a fight if you pass the test. So then we have a wild fever dream of a test, which mainly involves a lot of gliding from place to place. And how the hell was anyone but Batman supposed to pass this test if it involves so much gliding? It also has a bunch of combat, but it's also like in our head, but not in our head. And at last we passed the test. And now all we gotta do is kill Ra's al Ghul to, in my opinion, have the deal of a lifetime. So then Batman says,
I will never kill. Not even you.
What?
Allow me to help you. Use my sword. Take it all.
No.
So then we for reals fight Ra's, but also in our head again, and after beating him, we still don't kill him, and then he threatens to kill Talia, which totally didn't need to happen, and he just put her life in danger by not killing Ra's al Ghul. So then Batman knocks out Ra's and takes some blood and doesn't kill him. Now, due to the test and having to drink a little Lazarus juice, Batman's feeling okay, but he's gonna get sick again because it was temporary, it was a small amount. But Michael, I hear you say, it was right of Batman not to gain immortality in the Lazarus Pit. It makes you go insane. First off, that's stupid. Batman could have taken the deal without the goddamn pit. Second off, it has taken Ra's many centuries to end up this crazy. Third off, think of the life-saving medicine that could be made from a thing that can make you immortal. And fourth off, I'm sure he could find ways to combat these side effects. He's fucking Batman. He'll figure it out over time. He could have multiple lifetimes to do so. Anyway, we give Mr. Freeze the blood, and he's like, I'm not giving you the antidote until you find my wife. Joker's got her. And Batman's like, well, that's not my problem right now. So now we gotta fight Mr. Freeze, and this is actually a good fight. So we have to stealth take him out, but every time we use a tactic, Freeze adapts to it and we can't use it again. So we have to come up with a new way to get him each time, and I think this is well done. But after we beat him, it turns out during the fight, Joker managed to steal the antidote, I guess, so now we gotta go after him and find it before we die. And another thing that bothers me is the bizarre structure layout of the city and its puzzles. There's so much that doesn't make sense, but whatever. That's just me nitpicking. It's something I wouldn't have noticed if it wasn't for all the fucking puzzles I had to solve. Anyway, we need to find the Joker and the antidote, but we don't know where they are. So we use our detective skills.
Wow, look who it is. What do you want, B-Man? Come to stick the knife in some more? Well, go on then, I don't care. I'm not telling you nothing. I'm not even gonna tell you about the crap Joker took from Freeze and locked up in the boiler room. Don't you dare!
And then we find the Joker, but he's not doing well. Or is he?
Where is it?
Manners cost nothing, Batman. A please wouldn't go amiss. I mean, if you wanted to be cured so badly, you only had to ask. It looks like I need to teach you some respect, Batman. Please, stop! I can't take any more! You win! You beat me! Hang on! Did I say me? I meant me and these guys. I will bury you! What are you waiting for?
How about a trade? Let him go. Take me in his place.
I'll handle the chokes around here.
Free Batman, and we will give you the secret of immortality.
Don't do it, Talia. He'll be unstoppable.
What? You mean she's telling the truth?
This is some nutty ass shit, but it sends us back to Catwoman, who after stealthily taking out the guards now has the option to take the money she wanted and to leave, or to go save Batman. For some reason both isn't an option, like hide the suitcases of money, go save Batman, go back for the suitcases of money. Nope, not an option. But if we do the bad ending, which is leaving Batman to die, we do get to see that ending, and then it returns us back to where we choose so we can also see the good ending, which is to save Batman. And watch this fucking scene, it doesn't even look like Batman needed saving.
Well, what do we have here? Figured you could use my help.
Anyway, Protocol 10 is happening now, and it's just to fucking level the city and wipe out all the criminals in it, to which Batman, savior of Gotham, wants to abandon his people to go save Talia. And I'm not saying this is bad writing, if anything it's good, it shows Batman can be a piece of shit, but does it in a believable way. Would I try to save someone I love over a whole city of the worst people in the world? Well, hell yeah. But there's also tons of innocent people there too, and Batman is supposed to be this protector of the innocent and all that jazz. And all this is being led by Hugo Strange, and this also makes sense why they would put all these powerful criminals here if they were going to level the city. Are there far better, less destructive ways to do this? Hell yeah. And could they just have executed the really bad ones like Joker? Also, hell yeah. I'm not saying at all I think Hugo Strange is right, but I am saying I'm seeing what he's trying to do, and wiping out all these criminals, in my opinion, will save more lives down the road. In fact, just killing Joker will save hundreds of lives. And Batman and the city of Gotham letting them live has caused so much hurt and death that at this point the blood is on their hands for not killing the Joker. And that in a messed up way, Hugo Strange, if he succeeds, will have saved more lives than Batman ever has just by killing the Joker. And again, I think Hugo is going about it wrong, but I at least see his logic more than Batman's. And while Batman not killing is fine, I guess, especially in a lot of stories it ends up fine, in some of these games it doesn't work, at least in my opinion. The leaps and bounds he goes to, even when it doesn't make sense, even when the same people keep killing and getting out and killing, it doesn't make him a hero. And also, characters should be able to change and to grow. Batman never changes his way, no matter how wrong he is. He's smart, but he's fucking stupid, and it drives me insane. Again, I understand his want not to kill, but how much he goes out of his way to not kill is lunacy. This whole city might not exist if he had killed some of these top criminals in Gotham. He hears it, he acknowledges it, he understands it, but he never does anything to change it, and to me that isn't good writing. Or maybe it is, because it shows how insane Batman is, but either way, it's writing that drives me bonkers. My favorite scene from The Dark Knight Returns Part 2 is when Batman kills the Joker after all those years. It's a powerful and well done scene of Batman realizing and finally taking actions necessary. And hell, I'm fine with him not killing currently in this continuity, but this whole thing has to be a big eye-opening moment for Batman, right? This whole city is just getting destroyed, and he's like partially to blame. You would think this would be a big eye-opening moment.
Have you ever considered that all this is your fault? Your presence creates these animals. Like germs, they spread. You created the environment that allowed the germ to mutate, to become stronger.
Hold it there!
So does he learn? Does he grow? Will he kill if he absolutely has to? Nope. But he does kick the shit out of Hugo.
Gotham.
Get your hands off me.
Look at what you've done.
It's glorious, isn't it? I have achieved what the great Batman could never do. Gotham will forever thank Hugo Strange.
Your part in this is over, Professor Strange. You clearly demonstrated that Batman is better than you.
He's going to die, Raish. He needs medical attention. Now!
Too late. I don't give second chances. This is a good day, Detective.
Good? People are dying.
Now obviously Ra's is a maniac, and I don't support genocide, nor do I even see where he's going with wipe the world clean. But I figure that's kind of there so that Batman can still be the hero, even though in my book, Batman's also kind of a bad guy, just not as much as the others. Now, here would have been a good time to bring up Wonder City and how Ra's has already failed with that and made things worse with his murderous tactics. And does he just expect this to go differently? But nope, we're not going to do that. Instead...
No!
Get out of there!
So yeah, that was brutal and kind of cool. that existed so that both Hugo and Roz could die without it being Batman's fault, which whatever, I guess I'm not bothered by this one. I think it's actually a good scene. But oh shit, we gotta go save Talia, who herself is a ninja with an army of ninjas, but I guess is helpless right now just because. And this leads to the twist.
Give me the cure!
But you've already got the cure. Talia, no!
Problem solved.
You didn't need to.
Why? You would never do it. You left me no choice.
There's always a choice.
I had to save you. Harley Quinn stole it for him. I took it back.
Talia!
Oh. I'm sorry, beloved. I didn't know.
Encore! More! Bravo!
It was never you.
Not always. Well, sometimes. Confusing, isn't it? Ladies and gentlemen, for one night only, standing in for yours truly, and doing a damn fine job of it, I give you Clayface.
You weren't even supposed to be in here, Carl. Why sign up with Joker?
The role of a lifetime!
So now we fight Clayface, and while I do prefer a world where there are no superpowers and it's more grounded, this honestly fit Clayface pretty fucking well. This was a good place to put him, and we left the zone of being grounded a long fucking time ago. Clayface is a fine boss. I'd say he's mediocre, but he's not bad. And us fighting him in a theater is some next level shit, and I love it. Plus, Bats gets a sword, which he can use, because he isn't killing Clayface, but it looks really badass. And then the climax happens.
Quick! The cure! What are you waiting for? Come on! I killed your girlfriend, poisoned Gotham in hell. It's not even breakfast. But so what? We all know you'll save me.
Every decision you've ever made ends with death and misery. People die. I stop you. You'll just break out and do it again.
Think of it as a running gag! No!
You want to know something funny? Even after everything you've done, I would have saved you.
You know, that actually is pretty funny.
Yeah, man, so what the actual shit? Batman annoys me, but this was still an interesting way for him to go out. A hell of a way to end the game. Kind of. Catwoman also has an ending where she gets revenge on Two-Face for taking stuff from her apartment, which is a big nothing burger to what just happened, and it's hard to fucking care. So yeah, that was Arkham City. Was I too harsh? Maybe. Don't get me wrong, I still love this game, I just like some of the others more. But this one had lots of good things, and I understand why people love it. For example, in Asylum, once it's over, it's basically over. Not in City. Nah, there are bonus criminals for you to catch and deal with in Arkham City. You trace Victor Zsasz down through phone calls and stop him from killing, and Zsasz does a good job being absolutely insane and scary.
Can you feel the time approaching, little pigs? Your entire lives have been accelerated to this point. I cannot describe with mere words the joy I feel as I make that mark into my flesh.
You do forensic and ballistics calculations to track down Deadshot for what is a super lame boss battle. You find and save Nora Freeze and also meet Azrael, who is like, hey man, vague things are gonna happen, and they might have already happened. Some of them have probably already happened, but things are gonna happen. I might need to count on you for something. Maybe. Also, Bane has you blow up Titan, and he helps you fight, but he constantly hits you and pretends it's an accident, which ends up leading to us having to deal with his ass again because it was not an accident. And of course the Riddler is back. Not only do you have to solve more puzzles than I was willing to find him, but he also has informants who Batman asks questions and then knocks them out before getting answers.
Please, don't hurt me. I'll tell you what you want to know.
It's been a pleasure. Tell me everything about the Riddler.
Just do what he says. I'll tell you everything.
Thank you. Riddler, talk.
Oh, crap. Okay, I just help him out.
Thanks for your help.
Please, don't hurt me. I'll talk.
I knew you would. Do you realize how many bones you've got left for me to break?
Oh God, please don't hurt me. I'll tell you what I know.
Oh, and I almost forgot this lovely Mad Hatter one.
Or tea, Batman?
Where am I? What's going on?
What a question. Shall I tell him? Oh, he looks so confused. Maybe I should. All we need now is a finishing touch. A special new hat. Just for you. You will do anything I want. You will obey me. No. This isn't right. You can't be doing this. Special. They make everyone do what I want. Everyone. You sleep. Sleep. You can.
On top of that, there are bonus challenge rooms that you can do with all the characters and outfits. Yes, you know Batman and Catwoman, but do you recall the most famous vigilante of all? Nightwing the Electric Stick motherfucker. And again, he has some of Batman's shit, and also has things nerfed, just like Catwoman. Also, Robin is playable, and you play as him a lot in the DLC Harley Quinn's Revenge. In Harley Quinn's Revenge, some time has passed. Batman is missing, and Harley and her thugs are upset because Joker's dead, so they're doing usual mayhem shit. And everybody's new outfits, from Harley's to her own men, look really good. My favorite thing Robin has that Batman doesn't is he can turn his staff into a bullet shield, which is neat. So where is Batman? Well, he got captured and has been placed into a terrifying giant statue of Joker that is also a bomb guarded by reprogrammed Wonder City robots, of course. Where else would he be? Then we go find Harley Quinn, who has the key to let Batman out.
Jay wouldn't like it if you failed me, would he? No, he would. He'd be very upset. He'd probably kill you all. Get over here, idiots! Hey, you're going!
Whatever you say.
What kept you?
Okay, got it. Only come rescue if he's trapped by a giant Joker ball. If about to get killed by ninjas, do not rescue. Only rescue if trapped by a giant Joker ball. Lesson learned, got it. That's when you help. Anyway, Batman kicks some robot ass, and then Harley ends the DLC.
Give me that.
Take it, dumbass. Won't do you any good. You should have left me to die. Then I could have been back together with Mr. J.
Quiet! Where's Robin?
I thought he was with you.
See? It hurts, don't it?
What have you done?
Now you know how it feels.
Just a little more side content before I go. There's a secret black mask challenge fight on a train that's supposed to be like a beat 'em up. And how cool is that? A bonus boss and a DLC beat 'em up? I love it.